Music videos may not have the same cultural relevance they once did, but they're still an important way of getting more attention to a song. Arguably the best way for an artist to get all eyes on them is some controversy, and what better way to do that than through a music video? Today, I want to look at some videos that caused an uproar and intentionally pushed people's buttons. And keep in mind, there's no way I could possibly discuss every controversial music video ever made in this one video, so I definitely plan on making a follow-up in the future with some more scandalousness. But as of now, let's get started with We Found Love by Rihanna. Rihanna and Calvin Harris's 2011 hit We Found Love may be a radio staple nowadays, but I feel like people forget just how controversial the music video was. The clip features Rihanna in a toxic relationship with her man, who many speculated was supposed to represent her ex-boyfriend Chris Brown, and the two's escapades of partying, doing drugs, and being physically abusive to each other. It ends on a bittersweet note, with Rhi leaving him behind, despite still being in love with him. It's a dark story for such an upbeat and dancey song, but that's really why it works. Anyone who loves dance music understands that it's actually often a pretty sad genre, with the pulsating synth beats masking the deeper emotions you want to escape from on the dance floor, and this video embodies that. It's messy, chaotic, and an uncomfortably realistic portrayal of abusive relationships. While it generally garnered praise from fans and critics, a video like this was bound to have its detractors. Christian leaders specifically did not take too kindly to it, with youth pastor Brandon Ward saying it was normalizing promiscuity, and another youth pastor, John Colanello, saying Rihanna wasn't being a good role model for young women. The anti-smoking group Ulster Cancer Foundation also criticized Rihanna for smoking in the video, saying it would influence her young fans. It was also banned to play before 10 p.m. in France, which to be fair is way better than being banned outright. It's an age-old debate as to whether or not celebrities should have to serve as role models, particularly for younger fans, and this was one of the biggest examples of that in the 2010s. I personally don't think any celebrity, particularly artists, should have to tone anything down. This was Rihanna's vision, and she shouldn't have to censor herself because children might see it. It should be up to the adults in a kid's life to teach them the right lessons, and to deem whether they think it's appropriate for them to watch something like this. I mean, I wouldn't show this to a kid, but that doesn't mean I think it shouldn't have been made, or that it should be outright banned. Regardless of how you feel about it, We Found Love was undeniably a huge moment for Rihanna, and cemented her status as both a dance floor queen and a pop provocateur. Like a Prayer by Madonna. It is just laughable to include one Madonna video in this list, considering she's basically the blueprint of what a controversial pop star is. Justify My Love, Papa Don't Preach, the original version of American Life, Like a Virgin, and many more, all videos of hers that caused an uproar. The girl clearly loves to push buttons, but I'd argue her most daring video was for 1989's Like a Prayer. The clip sees Madonna being assaulted by a group of white men, and then being helped by a black man, who the police unfortunately think committed the crime, and arrest. She then goes to church and has a vision of the man as a statue, followed by some sort of epiphany, causing her to go to the police station to tell them he was innocent, despite being threatened by the group of white guys earlier to not. Interspersed throughout the video are scenes of Madonna dancing in front of burning crosses, obviously alluding to the KKK. There are layers upon layers of symbolism to pick apart in this video, but let's just stick to the controversy it caused. In 1989, a video like this being done by a mainstream pop star, especially a female pop star, was simply never seen before. And despite getting glowing reviews, it was heavily scrutinized by religious organizations, including the Vatican, with Pope John Paul II asking fans to boycott Madonna in Italy. Furthermore, the song was used in a Pepsi commercial that aired before the video came out, though after its release, pressure from numerous religious organizations caused the company to cancel any further airings of the ad, never airing it again until 2023. It's hilarious how the commercial itself is so wholesome and sweet, but the video has all this loaded, violent imagery. Only Madonna would have the guts to pull something like this off at the time, and she stood her ground in the face of public backlash, saying art should be controversial. Many TV stations wouldn't air the video, but MTV importantly kept it on rotation, helping it reach audiences and grow in popularity. It even won the Viewer's Choice Award at the 1989 VMAs, and during her acceptance speech, she thanked Pepsi for causing so much controversy. We love a petty queen. While the video has certainly been divisive, it's still considered one of the greatest of all time, and is often cited as Madonna's best. Guess it goes to show if you want to be successful, you gotta piss off the church. Dirty by Christina Aguilera. Released in 2002, the video for Dirty marked the moment Christina turned into ex-Tina. While she previously had been known as a bubblegum pop singer with a wholesome image, Dirty quite literally stripped all of that away. The clip features Christina riding into a club on a motorcycle, which is one of the most metal images in all of pop music, and basically spending the night dancing around, looking sexy, boxing with other women, a typical Tuesday night for her, I'm sure. The video was shot in an abandoned newspaper print building, adding to the grimy atmosphere, and serving as a perfect backdrop to all the debauchery. This was one of the biggest moments in 2000s pop culture. Everybody had an opinion on it. Whether you loved or hated it, you were talking about it. Other artists, such as Jessica Simpson and Kelly Osbourne, derided the video, and SNL did a whole skit mocking it. Even Linda Perry, a longtime Christina collaborator, said the video was annoying. Christina faced tons of backlash at the time for depicting sexual fetishes and subcultures in the video, but like Madonna, she held her ground, saying she was more than just a naked girl in a video, and that people felt threatened because she was being so open. The world simply wasn't ready for ex-Tina, and quite frankly, it still isn't. But as time has gone on, Dirty has stuck around in the public consciousness. To this day, you'll still find people rocking her iconic outfit, and anytime someone does a good girl gone bad style image change, Dirty is inevitably brought up as an example of how to do it right. Recently, Tate McRae paid tribute to it in the video for her song Exes, showing how influential it is even 2 decades later. Like Madonna and Janet before her, Christina was responsible for pushing the boundaries of what a female pop star could do, and that's why she'll always be a legend in my books. Anaconda by Nicki Minaj. Similar to Dirty, Anaconda sparked controversy for its over-the-top sexuality. Released in 2014, this video was a moment. I still vividly remember everybody at high school talking about it. It was genuinely one of the defining pop culture moments of the 2010s. If you're one of the 2 people who have never seen it, it's basically just Nicki hanging out in the jungle with her girls, acting all sexy, shaking their asses, and ending with a lap dance on Drake. The video got 19.6 million views in its first day, setting the record for the most views in 24 hours, until Taylor Swift's Bad Blood in 2015. It certainly wasn't as controversial as the previous videos, mainly due to it being released in the 2010s, when sexuality in music wasn't as taboo anymore, but it still garnered criticism from several media outlets, with Al Roker from NBC calling it vile and desperate. It also lit the internet on fire, being one of, if not the most discussed videos of 2014. It was obviously meant to get attention by being as ridiculous and on the nose as possible, which undoubtedly worked. There is nothing subtle about the Anaconda video, and that's what got all eyes on it. And while some saw it as a desperate plea for attention, I think most people were just laughing at the ridiculousness of it. It's obviously meant to be tongue-in-cheek, and in my opinion, I think it holds up as a goofy, fun, and a very sexy visual. That's it for this list, but like I said, I definitely want to do a follow-up to this, since there's so many controversial music videos out there. So let me know some more you guys want to see me discuss in a potential part 2, and I'll see you in the next one.